going to focus on algebra. Algebra is a part of maths where we are going to deal with some letters and some numbers. In younger grades, you might have done maths only with numbers and you might have learned the operations like adding, subtracting, dividing and etc. etc. Now in algebra, we will be including some letters also. Now don't wonder why these letters are used for. Definitely they have a use. Let's see what is that. So to start with, algebra is used in situations where we have some unknown values. For example, I want all of you to think about your age. Now, you guys know your age in your mind, but I'm sure that I don't know your age. So, for me, your age is an unknown value. And in this case, I am going to assume that your age is X. Since I don't know your age, I am going to represent your age with a letter X. And this is what we are going to do throughout in algebra. So here this letter X is called as a variable. And this is the first word that we need to know in algebra. What is a variable? Normally also the meaning of variable is something that keeps on changing or something whose value can be changed. So as you can see, you all will be of different ages and hence you can see that my X can take any value. My X can be 10 years old, X can be 5 years old, X can be 12 years old, X can be 13 years old. So here the value of X is not fixed but it is changing always. And that's why we call such words as variables. So in algebra, any letter that you use to represent a changing variable, changing value is called a variable. You can use any letter for this. X, Y are the common ones, and if you want, you can use the other letters also. Now the second word I am going to write here is constant. From the name itself, it's clear what is constant. Constant means something is fixed, a value which is fixed and cannot be changed at all. For example, I am going to write the number 5. The number 5 is a fixed value. If you are eating 5 chocolates, it means you have eaten 5 chocolates and there is no change in that value. So 5 is a constant. Whereas, again let me repeat, the letter X is a changing value. So in algebra, we will be dealing mostly with these variables and constants. Now let's see what are the next word that we are going to use in algebra. So now you can see the explanation of each and every words written. Variables, value that can be changed, and the examples are X, Y and any other letters that you want. Constant are those values which have fixed value 5, 10, 22 and any other fixed numbers are called constants. Now the third word we need to know in algebra is expressions. Not the facial expressions, we have another expressions over here. Expressions is a combination of variables and constant. I am going to show you how to write a small example, small expression with a small example. So earlier, I just said you guys to think about your ages. And please, you can again think about your age. Now once again, I don't know your age. So for me, your age is a variable X. Now I want you guys to add a 5 with your age. I hope you guys have the answer in your mind. But again for me, since I don't know your age, I'll be just writing X plus 5. So according to me, your age is X plus 5, or the situation that we have right now is X plus 5. So writing like this is called an expression. We have a variable and a fixed constant combined together. And it's not just addition. We can even do subtraction, multiplication and other operations also. For example, I want you guys to double your age, which means multiply it with the 2. So in your mind you have the right answer, but for me again it will be X multiplied by 2, which in a standard way I'll be writing as 2x. This means 2 into x itself. And this is also an expression. Now, I want you guys to subtract a 3 from your age. You guys will have the answer, but since again I don't know your age, so let me write it as x minus 3. This is also an expression. So this is how we can write different expressions, and later we can solve these expressions using different methods. So let's see in the next video on discussing what are these expressions, how to write these expressions, and the other details about these expressions. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe and share it with your friends.